Tipperary, 18 points.
Overall, I think it was a whole kind of a team effort, really. Everybody worked hard, and if they hadn't done that, at the end of the day, somebody scores, somebody doesn't score, but as long as everybody's working together is the main thing.
Our boys just love opportunities to play for Tipperary, so you expect no more than, or no less than them showing a huge amount of character. But look, we'll regroup. You learn more in defeat. We always do.
Well, certainly for long periods it looked like Tip were going to claim the points in that one, but I suppose you can never write off the Cats in Nolan Park, or anywhere else for that matter, or Anthony Daly as well. I saw Brian Cody applaud his players in the last few minutes of the game for their efforts and their comeback, and rightly so, I guess.
Yeah, he'd have been delighted, Michael. It was on the back of a real war of attrition with Waterford that they came out the wrong end of last week, and they needed a massive performance, and again they delivered in spades. The new guys, the guys that are there for a long time, they just came up with the goods yet again, and it was much the same format: work, and the breaks came for a finish. And he'll be thrilled tonight because 2 points at home against the old enemy. He'll be delighted.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's the point, Brendan, isn't it? 2 points for Tip out of the 2 games. It's neither here nor there. That's fine. There's no problem with it, except Tip teams don't like to go up to Kilkenny and get bet.
No, and it's the bigger problem is we're getting kind of used to it now at this stage, Michael. It's the same old story. From being down the goals myself playing, you think, God, we're going really well here against Kilkenny. We seem to be on top 10. Look at the scoreboard, and you're only 2 points clear. But I think a more telling stat today from Mick Ryan and his team is that against Dublin, 56% of the ball that went in, Tipperary attack won it. Today it was only 27% against Kilkenny. So Tip are going to have to come up with a way of getting the ball a little bit shorter, or they have to go into the trenches and train and then win your own ball. I think that's going to be the key thing. Walter Walsh ran the show around the middle of the field in the last 10 minutes of that game.
Sure, but having said that, Anthony, through the game, Tip had their chances. They had goal chances. There was no shortage of having possession. But when it came to taking chances,
yeah, that's it. That has been the story of the last 10 years maybe as well. They've had a lot of chances and a lot of near misses. I think it's 2 wins in 13, and we see early on Bonner making a pass into Conor Kenny. That really should be tucked low, and that would have been a massive lift at the start of the game. Noel again, maybe the point was the shot there. Good save by Owen Murphy, wouldn't take away from him. But again, this was the best chance of the game. It's Bonner. Maybe he took it on a bit too early, but that should be low to the corner. At the other end, not really as many chances, maybe 3. The one slip by Carl Barrett all day, brilliant game. John Farrell gets the head up, Tazzy Hamill is drawn in, and Kevin Kelly punishes. Now you see here, this is them at their best. They crowd it and then they break off at speed. But a lot of forwards, there was a point in the game at that stage, they would have said, tap over here, 2 points. Yeah. But Kelly said, there's a goal on here, I'm going in. Now, if you watched a bit of analysis we did on it, there was Walter Walsh and James Maher following up. If Darren Gleeson had made the save of his life, there would have been 2 Kilkenny fellas there for a tap in. And they just are relentless. The jerseys and the names might change, but the system stays the same.
Well, you see, that's a good point, because, and this is what people look at this time of the year with Kilkenny, just to see exactly what they're up against. Is there another generation coming through? Are the players there?
Well, sure, you'd look at the under-21 record over the last few years, Michael, you'd say they're in trouble. Yes. They have to be. But I think Henry made the point last week and made it well. They don't need that many coming through. If they get a few quality guys. This Rob Lennon today at centre-back, he's after coming off winning an All-Ireland Junior and an All-Ireland Intermediate 2 years in a row at Bennettsbridge. He dominated the air on Patrick Maher today, which was incredible. And burst out the field, showed confidence as well. Seemingly when they put on that black and white, gave it up to TJ nails it. Another new man at wing forward today, James Maher. Lennon again winning the ball, head up. Now the amount of space he's in, not being picked up tightly enough by the Tipperary half-back line, obviously, who maybe did their own thing a little bit too much. But he had a great 4 points in play and very unlucky not to get a goal. Fantastic block there by Lester Ryan. Sharp as a button onto it and punishes straight away. New names, didn't really know too much about him, would be the first to admit that. We know plenty about him tonight. And every other manager around the country is going to be saying the same thing. They seem to be able to integrate these guys, because if you don't do what's required, you won't be there again.
Sure, well, that's true. All right, lads. OK, we have a break.